Hey guys, welcome back to another Underblocks video. Today we're going to be showcasing every single character in Undertale Unexplained Anomalies with my friend Ian, who provided the private server, and he will also be helping me with the characters that have multiple phases, and Spamton Neo, which you need to accept a certain amount of deals for.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get my
without further ado, let's get right into it. So, this guy has a bone jump, which does around 30 damage. It's 30 to 10 damage. It does quite a decent amount. Then he's got two bone walls, which is a normal one, and a blue one, decent damage. They're really easy to dodge, though. And then he's got the blue bone throw.
You threw it at me, but I don't care.
Is this auto aim?
Yeah, it's auto aim. Let me move around so then you can see the damage.
Okay, well, it does around 30 damage. It's got some pretty good damage, but without further ado, let's go. The character is Undertale Sands. Sans Undertale,
Wait,
the real
I have a question. Are you gonna go from like worst to best characters?
Yeah, worst to best. So, anyways, we got Classic Sands with Gaster Blaster, Double Gaster Blaster, Bone Throw.
If any of them is auto aim, then I'll just you know.
All of which are some pretty decent attacks. You know, he's a good starter character. If you're really good at dodging, you might even be able to kill Spamton Neo with this guy. I don't know. You'd have to be really good though. On to the next character. This is Underfell Sands. You know, edgy guy himself. So, his first attack is Gaster Blaster, which does not all that great damage. It's alright, I guess. Then he's got the Big Blaster, which is just same damage, just bigger, you know, bigger hit points,
so it's just cosmetics.
So then he's got Bone Throw, which is like...
It didn't even hit him. Just try against me, I'll move around. Bro.
Okay, so that does like 20 damage per hit. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but it's so hard to...
Then he's got Bone Zone, which only did 5 damage if you're standing still. If you move around, it does a lot more, though. And then he's got Bone Spin, which is probably the best attack he has. Which depends on how long you stay in it. This dummy was in it for a while, so it did 150. Anyways, on to the next character. Welcome back. This is Undertale Sands, and it has the same theme from that one video I made a little bit ago, where it's Undertale Sands goes into space. Real moment. Anyways,
how real?
So, the first thing, Undertale Sands has a passive ability where you can jump higher than any other character in the game. So, like, most Sands wouldn't be able to do this jump right here, while Undertale Sands can. So, that's a cool passive, I guess. So, he has Starfall, which is like falling stars that does...
It did like 10 damage to me.
Okay, so it does around 10 damage. Thank you, Ian. It missed the dummy. Anyways, so he's got the triple blasters, which, despite being triple the blaster, they still only do 20 damage. Disappointing. They have Bone Throw.
Didn't hit him.
This is gonna take forever. Oh, it goes backwards as well, so kind of like Negative Sans' ability. But it does around like 10 damage per hit. And then he has Star Shield, which basically anybody that walks near him...
Ow!
And they do like 20 damage per hit. And it summons 4 of them. So, yeah, this is a pretty good character. Anyways, on to the next.
I don't need...
And he's a lot more difficult. Hard mode Sans. So, first of all, he's got colored blasters. Which, you know, cool. They do around like... Honestly, I don't know. They do pretty little damage. I'm not even gonna lie. So then he's got the Big Blaster, which did absolutely nothing. Quite impressive.
I think it's a blue attack.
It might be a blue attack. Hold on, Ian. Can you test
right
this
on,
for us?
man.
All right,
Yep.
Now it was orange.
Ow!
Okay, so it does 30
colored.
damage, but it's colored. All right, then he's got the Bone Throws, which are.
Oh, I have to do it.
Hold on. Let me just do the Bone Zone in the meantime. So he summons 2 Bone Zones, which do around like 10 damage if you're standing still.
Right, hit me.
And then the Bone Throw, which is around 10-15 damage.
Yeah.
And that's all for this character. Anyways, we're back, and now we got Horror Sands, spooky guy. So, first thing of note, he has his Gaster Blaster doesn't function as a blaster, but you'll see what I mean by that later. So, he has his Bone Attack, which is like a lunge, like kind of like a lunge and then slash, which does around 10 damage, but it works every like 2 seconds, so it's pretty good. It does around 20 damage per hit. He's got a Bone Zone, which is incredibly inaccurate, but if it does hit, it gets around like 20 damage. 25. If you're in it for longer, it's 25, yeah. And he's got Sharp Bone Throw, which is around like it's like 5 per hit, but there's so many of them.
There's so many.
And then his blaster, which doesn't function as a blaster, basically it just breaks.
Does it do any damage at all?
What
No.
it does is it heals Horror Sands, and there's some funny text on the screen.
Very fun.
And yeah, that's all for Horror Sands. On to the next character. Yo, what's up, guys? Alright, so this one is Depressed Sands. First thing, he has an ability called Depressed Clouds. It only works on players, that's why I'm using it on Ian.
I can barely see.
Yeah, it blurs their screen up a little bit. That's about all it does.
Oh.
So he has Bad Feeling, which increases his damage.
But lowers his HP.
But it lowers his HP, yeah. So he has Reverse Bone Throw, which is kind of like Undertale Sands' Bone Throw, which it's going to come back to him eventually. And he can use this quite a bit, so it's going to be like consistent.
Ow!
Bones.
Okay. Okay.
Then he has the Reverse Bone Zone, which is just Bone Zone, except it comes from the sky. And then he's got the Blasters, which didn't really do all that much. And that's while his HP is buffed, while he is buffed. Considering I'm going to be showcasing every character, I'd rather not go through all the attacks again while he's not buffed, so you guys will just have to see that for yourselves. A link in the description to the game. Anyways, on to the next character. This is really super weak, pathetic loser SMH Dust, aka Weak Dust. So he has a couple attacks. The first one's auto aim. So Ian, this is basically like auto aim fireballs from you know, the Death of Toriel. They do like around 30 damage if you hit them all. The next one is Bone Throw, which is more sharp bones that do around like 10 damage per hit.
So much damage.
Then you got Bone Spin, which is like around 20 seconds every second you get hit.
20 seconds every time you get hit. All right.
And then there's the multiple Gaster Blasters, which do around like 10 damage, I think. I don't know. The blasters are proving to get weaker and weaker.
That's not a good thing.
Crap. Alright guys, so this one's Negative Tail Sands. I'll be back in a bit, because this character has a gimmick where you have to like keep on robbing somebody, which, you know, you only get like 5 gold every time you rob somebody. And his most expensive move is 30 gold, and his moves are like very expensive. So, we'll be back in a bit. And I got all this stuff. Aside from the hamburger, but honestly, that's self-explanatory.
That's just you.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, we're back with all the techniques. So, time to showcase them with Negative Sands, which he's really annoying to get maxed out, but if you do get him maxed out, he is quite good.
Well, actually, he can be annoying, because it's RNG.
True. So, basically, the first attack is Escape Technique. It's, basically, you can't get damaged for a short period of time, and it also speeds you up.
I'm just gonna try and damage you to show.
Oh, well, I mean, I think they can see the force field. Anyways, so Card Manipulation can give you speed, damage, or jump boost for a short period of time.
And it can also steal an attack from your enemy.
Yeah, and it's basically just a boost. So then he's got Blaster, obviously, Bone Zone, and Bone Throw. Very generic attacks. They all do around like 10 damage. They're not all that great, but if you know how to use this character correctly, he can be really good. Anyways, on to the next character.
Most of the attacks you're gonna have to try on me.
He has a couple of attacks. A lot of them are auto aim, so as Ian just said, we are gonna have to test a lot of them on him. This one, Medkit, it's a healing attack, kind of like Negative Sands' Burger. They're both just heals.
But it only heals him.
So this one, you can like enable if you want the pistol to be auto aim like this, or you can disable it so wherever you put your mouse it goes. His next attack is Don't Deal with the Mafia. It makes it so they're unable to move because they're like stuck in a brick temporarily.
Unless I can do this.
True. And then he's got the Sniper attack, which basically is
Sniper
like
does
a sniper.
50 damage, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's super easy to dodge though. It gives you a lot of time. It's 40 damage. And then he's finally got Hidden Knife, which is an auto aim
Ow!
which does like 20 damage.
And is that literally all of his
attacks? To the next character from the past. Back when he used to work with WD Gaster. So, basically his first 2 attacks is one potion, which this is the purple potion. What it does is if they move in it, they get blinded, I think, a little bit.
No, I'm blinded anyway.
And then he has Can we not have the lean potion, please?
Lean potion.
Please. Alright,
Lean potion.
I'm done. Anyways, so the next attack is a...
What's the other potion do
it's,
anyway?
It's like a green thing. That,
Try again.
It's like poison.
Lean potion.
I'm not gonna try. The other one is
I
poison
love
though.
lean.
So basically, it's like a green thing that just
I
slowly
love
poisons the enemy.
I love
Anyways,
lean.
drone manipulation. So the first one's shield that basically makes you immune temporarily. I'm not gonna show it because the cooldown for it's incredibly long. So it's got minigun, which is really good if you actually hit all the, at least one of the rows.
Get, like, right next to you.
So it does like quite a bit of damage, but if you only hit like one, it's like.
Oh!
But if you get a direct hit like that, it does like almost all their HP. So then we got bombs, which is the most spammable attack, which is like kind of like a bone zone kind of. It does around 18 damage per hit. And then it's got laser, which is like a laser that follows your mouse. It does like
Too much damage.
Takes like 4 damage every second somebody's touching it.
Every half
that's
second.
all for Science Sands. It's still lean potion. Alright. Alright, so
Spinning the
this guy's
story.
story spin, Ian, can you equip story spin as well? So you can use the funny penalty on me, or I mean the bad joke, so they can see what that looks like.
Yeah.
So you guys will see what bad joke looks like because it only affects your enemies. You can't see it yourself. But there's the unknown blaster, which has a chance to be like a normal blaster, but it can also sometimes spawn right next to your enemy and explode on them, which also does some damage. Then there's the bone throw. Alright, show them a bad joke real quick. And you have to like guess the joke correctly. If you get it wrong, then you take 40 damage. So, yes, it's also auto aim if you get the other version of it. So then he's got the fight button, which you basically need to time it correctly, and if you do, it does a lot of damage. It can do 20 to 40 damage depending on how good you are aiming that thing. Then there's the bone throw, which it's just more spikes, more spike bone throw. 10 damage per
It hurts.
hit. The funny penalty stuns your opponent and does 10 damage. And that's all for Story Spin Sands. On to the next one.
On to the Chromer characters.
Army mateys, welcome to Sands Gaming, pirate ship. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Alright, so this is Ocean
You might need to put the black labels on me. You have to get 5 of them, I'm pretty sure. For Ghost Ship.
So while I'm showcasing you the other attacks, I guess I'll also be putting black labels on him. So his first attack is Bone Cannons. It's an auto aim attack that basically like shoots bones at your opponent. It's quite hard to dodge, and it does a good amount of damage. You have a chance of getting 3 bone cannons or 2, which those usually one-shot your opponent if you have a opponent like Killer.
If you're Killer Sands, if you're literally only Killer Sands,
No,
or
there's some people with 4 HP. Then he's got the Kraken's Tentacle, which basically summons a tentacle that throws like a rock at your opponent. The rock does 40 damage and stuns your opponent. And then he's got the Bone Dagger, which does like 5 damage per hit, but it has bleed damage.
it does a lot more than 5.
And we'll be back once I have the pirate back, and I'm about to get the final black label in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so that should summon the ghost ship right above my head, and what it does basically is it starts like bringing down like a bunch of I think it's like a bunch of bombs, as you can see around us. And if you get hit by them, it does like 30 per. And it's a really good attack, but eventually it stops following you, and once it stops following you, well, actually I think it attacks a pretty good range. So this guy is a really good character. If you play him carefully, you could be able to kill Killer Sands. But
As
as
you
you
almost
can see,
did.
the ghost ship is gone. Anyways, on to the next character. On Ian. So Ian, I hope you're prepared to dodge some attacks, because these ones are guaranteed to kill you if you do not dodge. Except for the Bone Rain. If you stand still, you actually have a pretty good chance of surviving that one. But first, starting off with the Killer's Blaster. It's a auto aim attack that grabs onto your opponent, brings them
I
up,
think I'm going to die.
and then slams them down, doing 30 damage. And also giving you 22 Determination Extraction. So I'm going to do a couple of attacks on the dummies first, so Ian has a chance to regain his HP. So there's Slash, which gives you around 5 DT extraction. It has bleed damage, and it does around like 20 damage. So then we have Lethal Dash, which is auto aim, and it's basically like a stab except auto aim and ranged, and it also does bleed damage.
It hurt.
So the next attack, which is probably gonna be the thing that kills Ian, is Bone Rain. It does like around 10 hit per bone, but as you can see, there's a lot of bones there, and you have to try to dodge all those. There's teleportation, which you can teleport within a specific circle to like.
Actually, you can just teleport a player.
Sure.
Within the circle.
And at max determination extraction, if you lost some HP, you will regain all your HP, plus you will get additional speed, and you will also get some HP.
Oh my god!
You're gonna get HP, additional speed, and I think you also get some additional damage as well.
And you also get a new move called Block.
Oh yeah, so this is determination 100.
I need you to use your blocking.
Block basically like get like you mistimed that.
You were supposed to block.
No, you just I'll just block as you attack. Hold on, do it. So if you block, it basically prevents you from taking any damage temporarily.
And you still take
you
bleed,
you also have like more speed and damage now.
Ow!
On to the next character, aka upgrades. Hey guys, so this is the first upgrade character, Negative Sands Phase 2, or some would just call it the purely.
Lava Sands.
Some people call it purely negative, just negative in all caps, instead of Negative Sands. So basically, this guy has a rage mode, which decreases his cooldowns and makes him do more damage. He has auto aim Bone Surround, which summons a couple of bones that do quite a bit of damage. Oh my god, it two-shots killer if you are in rage mode.
Let me grab it.
It summons like 5 rows of them. Then he's got a negative blaster, which summons 3 blasters simultaneously and has a cooldown of 5 seconds. He has negative bone throw, which is the same as phase 1. It does couple damage. It does like, let me see how much damage. It does like around 8 damage per hit, and it comes back to you. And he's got Bone Fall, which makes a bunch of balls.
Oh, what?
No, misspeak. It makes a bunch of bones fall without spinning bones. No, we're cutting to the next section, alright? I showcased this character. Time to resume.
Oh.
So, basically, now we're showcasing Murder Sands, aka Snowden Dust, whatever you want to call it. So this guy has 20 dodges, but he only has 2 HP. But he has multiple blasters, which do a pretty decent amount of damage, and by that I mean on the dummies they only did 2 damage. I mean like 10, but that's fine. So Bone Mines basically, Ian, follow me, just walk right here, It makes your opponent unable to move, and they can't see these red squares, only you can see where they're placed. So next he has Murder Zone, which is a good combo with Bone Mines. It does like around like 10 damage every second you're touching them, maybe millisecond. So he has Murder Feeling, which basically, it's super long ranged. It's meant for like tracking people around the map. So like say for example you were hiding, I just use Murder Feeling, boom.
Can you see me?
And then there's, yeah, you're over this way. You're right here. And then he has Murder Blaster, which is a giant blaster that does like around like 20 damage per hit, but it shoots multiple times and is tracking.
Ow! Can't do that, man.
So that is all for Murder Sands / Snowden Dust. On to the next character. Alright, this is the final upgrade character and the most recent character to be released in the game, Distrust. Or Epic Distrust. So he has 3 phases. His first attack
to get a better character for murdering him?
His first attack is Pew! It's a gun that shoots like a bunch of bones that do around 70 damage. He has Angry Bone, grr, which is like an auto-aim bone that does around like 30 damage.
Very easily dodgeable.
And then he has Slash, which is like colored slashes. And that's all for phase 1. Can you kill the cheese? Kill the cheese.
I have to get a better character for killing the cheese.
Alright, in the meantime, he has a... Well, yeah, by the way, to kill phase 1, I think you have to get rid of the cheese. People can technically just get you to phase 3 right off the bat by not killing the cheese and just going for you instead. But, it's quite hard to do, because a lot of Distrusts, like, make you target the cheese, so...
Come here.
Alright, just go for the cheese, not me.
No, I accidentally went for you.
I don't think auto-aim attacks, I don't think auto-aim attacks work for killing the cheese. You have to attack me you have to attack the cheese directly. with like blasters and stuff. I don't think Killer Sands is gonna. Oh, it does. Okay.
Killed the cheese instantly.
What, silly kid? What have you done?
Killed your cheese.
Now you will pay for this. Angry sounds. So he
What are you
has
gonna
4
do
attacks
about it?
in this phase. He has Slash upgraded, which is like, instead of colored, it's now normal, and it does like 40 damage. He has Angry Bones Grr, Matter version, which they're red now.
They're not hitting me.
That's cool. And then he has Pew Pew. It's the same thing as phase 1. And then he has Sharp Thing, not for kids, which does like, it's a like targeting middle thing, and it does like 30 per hit, but it's really like, it just does a lot of damage, and it's really hard to dodge. It's not exactly.
It hurts. Now I have to kill you.
Yep. So, anyways, on to phase 3 for Distrust, which yeah, phase 2 is pretty good. It's if it's like used correctly, and if they're not good at dodging the Sharp Thing, not for kids. Yeah, that's
How many more parries do you have left?
like 1. Now you have to do my damage. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, he also gets a gun once you get rid of his dodges. Like, he has a gun in his hand. Anyways, on to phase 3, which has a cutscene. Ouch.
Can you see the cutscene?
Yeah,
I can't.
I know. I'll show you. You can watch the video after. To see. It's just space slowly fading in with the word "ouch" getting slowly bigger on my screen.
Ouch!
And then, after the cutscene, it says the stream has ended. Cricket noises. Close stream. And then boom, phase 3.
Oh my god!
So he has 4 attacks starting off, which is the Mona Lisa's Paint, which does around like 50 damage. He has Hulk Smash, which this is guaranteed to kill you in it. I'm pretty sure it does like 100 damage every second you touch it. So I wouldn't recommend it. It's random like bone zones basically. It has I'm a Gummy Bear, which basically decreases your opponent's HP by 25.
This is good gummy bear. I can't touch it!
And then he has the Mike Tyson Punch.
The Mike Tyson punch.
That's the name of the attack, I'm not kidding. Anyways, so it does around like around 30 damage, but it has a cooldown of 5 seconds. And he can summon Papyrus eventually. We're just gonna have to sit around and wait. So we'll see you then, if it doesn't happen very soon. Alright. Well,
Maybe I have to get you a little bit.
no, you don't. It just happens at a certain part in the theme.
What part in the theme?
The part where it starts going like.
Underblocks narrating.
Yeah, bro. Hey guys, it is me, narrator. Real.
You have so much HP, it's not even funny. It's like unfunny.
I'm about to Mike Tyson punch you. Don't try me.
Ow. That's it. I'm gonna.
HP buff.
HP buff. Thank you.
Oh wait, I just realized I can eat the gummy bears as well. Okay.
No, I can eat the gummy bears. Oh my god. I don't know where they're gonna go.
I'm almost at the part where
Keep up.
Papyrus arrives.
Why are we fighting each other?
That's a good question. Alright, let's stop.
Let's quit fighting. Sans is sparing you.
This is unnecessary. We need to halt.
Why? I am killer. That's literally what I do.
That dummy looked at you funny.
Where? Oh, there he is. Urgh. Urgh. Urgh.
You might have been right. Maybe you do need to get me to a certain HP. Hold on, try damaging me. Just stop when I get around like 80 HP, because I know I got Papyrus before that point.
But how?
I'm start trying to dodge now because I'm not trying to die before the point of. Okay. Oh my God, Papyrus. Here it is.
Yeah, I told you, center.
All right, guys. So this is the Papyrus Center. It gives you papyrus.
Oh my mommy!
Hi, nerds. Also, but Papyrus has his own theme that other players can actually hear once it starts. We just gotta give it a minute. Yeah, this
I can hear it.
Wait for it.
He's the J.
So
making.
he basically, what he does is he makes like a funny joke appear on people's screen where it's like it's basically a impossible to solve question with like no right answer, and he can also summon like these little spinning bones that do like around 20 damage per hit, I think.
Mhm.
And he has silly joke, which is
Are you a child?
which is like an unsolvable question. If he hits you with it, you just can't solve it.
Skeleton.
It's inevitable. You also have to click it multiple times to get it right. And that's all for Distrust. We're going on to event characters, aka Time Paradoxes. That's the only one.
Got it right.
What? I thought they were into Time Paradox. We need to go through this quick because for some reason they automatically swap. So first, Genocide Sands passive, aka Yellow Sands passive, is blasters towards enemies. And then we have Pacifist Sands, which is a Bone Throw, which does around 20 damage, Blasters, which does 20 damage, and Bone Zone, which also which does 30 damage. Anyways, oh yeah, they also have multiple passive abilities, such as they have a Time Clone, where basically they can clone attacks. Another passive is that obviously your buddy attacks, like the other Sands attacks.
You're laughing because of what
on top of that,
noise I made.
and on top of that, they also swap between each other. So, anyways, Pacifist Sands' passive is like Bone Throws, which do around the same amount as what he like.
You're not attacking.
It's around the same amount that they do. It's still 20 damage.
20.
Then he has Sudden Attack, which is I don't even know if it's possible to dodge at this point in the game, but it does around
That does like a
50
like
damage.
90 damage.
Yeah, around there. Then he has Spammable Gaster Blaster, which he can shoot every 2 seconds. And then he has the Bone Rush, which he can use every 11 seconds, and it basically it does around like 30, 50 damage. And then there's another Time Clone for you. And that's all for Time Paradox. And when you kill one, you have to kill the other one, basically. So it's basically just 2 Sanses in one character. It's like a humble bundle, you know.
Humble bubble.
Yes,
What?
Humble bubble.
Humble
Anyways,
bubble.
on to the final character. Spamton, G. Spamton, #1 rated salesman, 1997. That's right, I'm here, and I'm here to give great deals. Deals so good I die. So,
Show them the it does
starting off
nothing
with
at all.
spam. You summon mini versions of yourself that do
Oh
around
my
40 damage. They are your children. Anyways, on to the next attack. Delicious, yummy Cromer. I love Cromer. Cromer, yummy.
Can you attack me?
It does around 10 damage per every Cromer hit. He has Cromer Station, which heals him. And also, as you can see in the corner, it gives you Cromer for upgrade characters.
Cromer.
Then he has Great Deals. Deals so good I die.
Take the deal.
Which
Take
basically gives other players deals to like get buffs, Cromer, and or Stardust. And if a player accepts 15 of your deals, you become Neo, which we will cut to when that happens. Alright guys, we're back, and now we're in the cutscene. This cutscene, you can be damaged, but you have so much HP, so you can't really be damaged. Like, I mean you can, but like, it's just hard to kill you. Anyways, now I'm Spamton Neo. So, he has 11 dodges, it's just that he hit me while I was transforming, so I lost one. There's a cooldown, so basically you can only lose 1 dodge every like 25 seconds, so you're basically immune, I'm immune for the next 10 seconds now, I guess. Anyways, on to the attacks. So, he has Big Shot, which is basically a, like, kind of like a laser beam. And it does, like, it does a good amount of damage, it's like around 14 damage every second you're touching it, I think.
Yep.
He has Silly String, which makes you fly.
Whoa. I don't have to be a heart on a chain anymore.
Wow, freedom. I was never in it for the money, Chris. I was in it for the freedom.
Or
Alright.
finally, I don't have to be a puppet anymore.
Then you have free Wi-Fi, otherwise known as Wi-Fi wave. So basically, it just makes a bunch of like auto-aim Wi-Fi attack
Kill me?
shaped
Please.
things.
It does 10 damage. That's terrible.
Yeah, it does around like 10 damage per hit. And
Unless all three hit you.
Then damn, these attacks are so good. I'm gonna have a heart attack, which do around like 10 damage every diamond that hits you. It's pretty good. And also, when you get low dodges, the diamonds like duplicate until there's like 5 of them per attack. And then he has small shot, which does like 30 damage, I think. And just to show you how broken heart attack is. Alright, so I'm at 2 silly string now, so now I can heart attack. And as you can see, it's a lot more buff now. It summons like, it summons 3 of them. 2 of which are auto aim, and the other one you still have to aim yourself, which does like a lot more damage now. It's a lot more broken. And I think heart attack, oh yeah, by the way, your death cutscene is you go up into heaven. Psych, you go down. And that's all the characters in the game right now. So, hope you had fun watching. This was not fun for me to make. It took so long.
It took so long, I'd die.
So, considering it took so long, if you could like and subscribe, that'd help very much. And if you could recommend it to one of your friends that play this game, not your family, please. No, they won't want to watch some cringe Roblox content when they don't even know what the game is.
Unless they are Roblox fanatics, which is kind of...
If your parents play Roblox, I guess. But, anyways, peace out, have a great day, and remember, Spamton, Spamton, #1 rated